We are back in the Newark groove here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. JPL hockey in the club section between the John Matthew Gaudreau Foundation and Capper Hockey Services. I'm John Matthew, joined alongside no one today for this adventure between these two teams and these two clubs, looking to make things happen. Both of them coming into this one 1-0 so far in JPL play. Take a look at Capper Hockey Services. They are a young team. A lot of these players coming from Chatham and Cranford high schools. John Matthew Gaudreau Foundation, they got players on the older side compared to this team, but Capper Hockey Services looking to make things happen, looking to prove some of the doubters wrong. That, yeah, it might be for some of these players. You got players 15 years old, 14 years old, but they're still here to play, here to develop their game, here to make things happen. So we'll see what they'll be able to do here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting, as we are just a couple of moments away from puck drop here from the RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House here in Newark, New Jersey. We'll take a look. Colton Reynolds, Andrew Sean, my crew today. But you don't have to hear them, just me on the mic, so don't worry about that. But take a look at the John and Matthew Gaudreau Foundation. Their second game of the 2025 JPL Club Division season. Their first year in the JPL, obviously, created in honor of Johnny and Matthew Gaudreau by their wives Meredith and Madeline. Great foundation that they put together. And Meredith just put out a piece in the Players Tribune that's definitely a great read, something to look at. Kind of takes you into everything that went on to that situation, but it's going to be a great one here today, as it's great to have this team here in the JPL to honor both John and Matthew. We'll take a look. Captains for this squad, though. Peter Cross, Hollis Humphreys, Dylan Stiles leading the way. Captain Peter Cross leading this squad. He's played in the one game, got a goal. Also coming out of High Point, ACHA D2 squad. So we'll see if the captain can lead the squad today. Captain on the other side, Matthew Ninkovich for Capper Hockey Services. We're back here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting, Club Division Hockey. Make sure to stay tuned. Keep it around. We've got a great one. It's back in the defensive zone. Trying to work things in here. Back in the neutral zone, crossing into the point. Into the circle now, working around the corner. We'll see what the physical situation will be. Who will be the more physical team today in this club section? Williams takes the puck. That one just goes wide. It's handled back just outside of the circle. We'll get a counterattack coming up here, but taken away in the neutral zone. Takeaway looking like TJ McConnell last night with 14-23. It's going to be a big thing. Taking the pucks away in transition for Capper Hockey Services, CHS. Working their own zone. That puck poked away for a second, but Williams will cross the point, then pass it to his right, to the captain. There's a strike, and he scores top shelf. What a beauty. And that'll put them on the board. Matthew Nakinovich scoring it for this one. We'll see it. Take a look at that beauty of a goal, starting all the way back in the defensive zone. And it was his cross into the point. Just a quick pass behind, and that's how you get a strike. Nowhere to mark on that defender. Big goal, 1-0. Here to start things off for Capper Hockey Services. Winding through. There's some fancy moves covered up by the netminder. Almost a dangerous chance out in front. So that'll slow things down with 13:49 left to go in the first period of play. Face off to the right of the netminder. Taken back in, just on the post. Net gets dislodged. Unintentionally, I would imagine. Clock still at 13:42. And it also still says 0-0. We've got a goal for Capper Hockey Services that should be on the board. We'll see what they're able to do. J&M taking it back into the corner, and then taken back by Capper. J&M will handle in their defensive zone as that play doesn't go the right way for them. Handed down in the neutral zone. Gregory. Great pass. Can they finish the job? Yes, they can. Just taps it through. A 1-2-3 passing play. What a moment. That'll tie things up here at RWJ Barnabas Health Hockey House here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Let's see it with 13:15 left to go. These are the plays that'll make a coach excited. when you take a look at it from a captain perspective. Just cross on in, look for a teammate, and if you see a chance where the goaltender slides over, that's an easy tapper if you got another attacker coming on in. Lovely play. So we've got a 1-to-1 hockey game here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. These club division games, they have been pretty solid, if I'm going to say the least. You had one last night between College Hockey Buzz and Homegrown Hockey. 8-7 was your final as that puck goes out of play. A lot of these games being decided by one goal here in the club division. It's been fun to watch and fun to be a part of. We had a streak of a few games there, 4 games, 5 games, all decided by one goal. I mean, offside. 5 straight games decided by one goal, the 2nd through 6th games of the season. We've had close games, tight finishes. And here's the thing. We're just getting started when it comes to the JPL. And we're just getting started in this game already. We've got 2 goals, 1 apiece for either side. Williams will take this puck away. It's turnover. Now it's Smith. It's taken back at the point, bouncing off of the boards. That puck looked like it might have bounced off the glass. Yes, it did. Stays in for J&M. Strike down the ice. That pass goes offline, and here's the speed. That's going to be the big thing for Capper if they want to win this game. Their speed. It's an advantage that they have. There's a chance it's just wide. J&M trying to clear this puck, or at least just handle it in their defensive zone, and that's exactly what they do. So off with Sekowitz. Tried to just take this puck back, but another takeaway here from Capper. Good way to keep this out in front. Crossing into the point. Does not have teammates in front of him. Has one to his left. Still in possession of the puck behind the net. Trying to weave this back around. Can't keep that stick in front of him. Rougier makes a great pass. You've got a chance. Backhanded in front. Here's the rebound. Backhanded spinorama, and he scores! Put him in the dryer. He's spinning. Wow. I don't even have to tell Cole in the replay that because that's coming. 2-1 is your score. What do you do against this one? This was just beautiful. You had a rebound chance. Didn't get that clean shot in front. It was fed in at the point. That's where everything started. And the spinorama. My goodness. That's how you take a lead. Now taken back again. Capper trying to work. Again, that speed. That persistence. They play with a bit of an edge to them. And it's something to watch here as they hold on to a 2-1 lead against J&M. Both teams looking to stay undefeated. Take it back. Pryl now crossing into the point. There's a shot. Goes right off of the post. Might have went off the netminder first as well. J&M trying to take this back themselves. 3 bodies for Capper there with it. They can work quickly if they have numbers. Colton's headphones just fell off of his ears. Held behind the net. 10:45 left to go in period number 1. Again, 5-on-5 hockey, 15-minute periods. All penalties are penalty shots as well. Here comes Capper, a chance on the rebound. Couldn't get that cleanly on the stick. Adamski took the initial shot, couldn't finish that off the rebound. But they'll get a face-off in the offensive zone for CHS in this 2-1 matchup. Shot total 7-5 in favor of Capper. Fed back in the defensive zone. Now trying to work on the outside of the far side. Good pass off the boards. Couldn't keep that puck on his stick. Now taken back. Good poke by Capper. Now trying to work this back the other way. Bounces off the glass. That is still in play. J&M trying to spin themselves. This puck bounces off of the glass again. Poked back over towards the point. J&M taking it back their way and a save off of the gloves. But another chance coming soon. Circle, chance, pass to the right. And Capper will bring it back, and now take it back by J&M. Both teams looking for either a clean clear or a clean play, depending on who you're cheering for tonight. Held behind the net. Working this back to the circle. Winds into the slot. That's just too high off of the glass again. J&M still with it. Capper looking for a big clear, and they might just have it here, and they get it. Both teams will get some changes on as well as this puck dribbles its way down behind the netminder and almost trying to stuff this in. Keeps it in on his pads, held behind the net again. Near rebound chance and taken down. Danger, danger from Matthew Carter. He stood strong and held on to that puck. Face-off will go to his left. Smith getting back to Salisbury. Trying to poke this on through and squeezed between the paddings of the netminder, Carter. Two players from High Point, two players from Sacred Heart. Staying up at the Northeast for these guys. A lot of great Northeast players playing in this league. It's going to be fun to watch. Salisbury will have to hold on to this into the neutral zone. At some point, you may end up seeing some of these guys in the pro division when you look into a bit more of the future, too. Williams feeding this in, trying to get a chance out, and a beautiful save. Squeezed right between the pads of Carter. Somehow tracked that puck down and kept it through. So we'll keep this 2-1. CHS leading this game. First period, we've seen 3 goals now. Again, a lot of close games have happened in this club division. The pro division, you can see a lot of those high-scoring games, and there's still high-scoring games, a ton of them in the club section. Chance out in front of the circle. He's got a backhanded chance, and another squeeze save. Big time. George Coate, who was awesome last time, ends up getting a save. Only one on the board as well. Coming out of Del Barton. They allowed 3 goals in their last game. So Capper's got speed and a good netminder. It's usually a good recipe to win a lot of hockey games. We'll see if it ends up working out. The JPL, it's working so far. Taken to the neutral zone. Crossing the Devil logo here in their practice arena. Chance from the circle, poked away by Salisbury. Let's say this stayed in play as Capper trying to work back down. Taken here in the neutral zone. Smith just goes off of his stick. Styles was waiting for this puck. Here in the neutral zone now. Take it back. J&M. Pryle. It's 7:22 left in the first period. Ross almost fed in on the tip-in, but couldn't get that through for Pryle. Back at the point, just in front of the stick of Bauer Crooks. So they'll reset, J&M will. Get this back down the other way with Cross. Cross takes it into the circle, takes a shot. It's off of the padding again of Coate. Coate is dynamite so far, and Capper again looking for a good clear. When you talk about J&M, they've held this puck in this zone for a while. There's another shot saved by Coate. The last 5 minutes or so, they've really controlled possession. Callahan loses this puck, trying to poke this back through. Rigier holding on. Just pokes it out in front of him. Comes maybe kicking it off. Another kick pass to himself. Shot from the circle. That one does not go into the net. McKellar can't get in front of this puck. Cross, he has it. Cross looking to cross. There's a shot, a chance. Pass over, and it can't get out of the circle. Good defense from Capper. Held behind the net with Cross. Rigier taking this puck away. Tough bodies in the neutral zone now. Here with 6 minutes left to go. McKellar feeds this in. No forecheck there for Capper. Now it's taken away. We've got a lot of takeaways here. Here's a chance right at the slot. Bounces off. Just bounces too high of the nets. Can't find a way to get that in, but Capper still got it. Trying to work through. Can't get this into the slot. Had a good move to get past the first defender, but couldn't get past the second. Now a chance here for Cross. Cross looking in, takes a tough body, and a great defensive play from Sue. Maybe. Crossing it to the point. Working in, there's a chance. Can't get it off the rebound. A good shot and a good save. Back at the top with Salisbury. Stakes this through to the circle. Shot fed in, and it's saved again. Right in front of the net, and broken up. J&M trying to counter themselves. They're in big time need of a goal. And here they come. And saved off the pads again. George Coate making some big time saves. And they might have numbers if they work quick here. Here for CHS. Good way to stick that out by Rosselenko. 4:42 remained in period number 1. 2-1 is your score in favor of Capper Hockey Services. Held in the corner. Another chance behind the net. Trying to feed this on in. Puck gets lifted. He might have thought about the old Michigan here. Maybe we'll see one today. That was probably our best opportunity we might get all night. Here's a circle chance. Sent in. And again off the pads of Coate. Here with 4:09. J&M's got to find a way to put some more pressure. Here's Gregory. Pressure on George here. Lifted up. A traffic jam on the far side. And now J&M's got it themselves. They may have a chance in front. Couldn't get that tip in through. Another good piece of defensive work here from Capper. Leger trying to work here. Taken back. Rosselenko. This puck just drifts over towards the outside. Trying to get this back to the point. 2 CHS defenders there for it. Now taken back by Gregory. Gregory looking, sends a sent in and can't get that away. And he'll just dump this behind the net. Williams trying to kick this to himself. He's got Rosselenko on him, and now taken back by Pryle. Pryle's got a man. Now back with Pryle. Pryle looking, sends that in again. A save by Coates. George Coate has been phenomenal here in period number 1. Williams. Chance on the far side. Crossing it to the point now. Trying to get past that second defender. Couldn't do so. Good team defense by J&M. Gets past the blue line. Sends a strike in, and Coate with another save. No rebound chance here for Capper. Then it's held back into the neutral zone. Styles with it. Good spin to get around that defender. Trying to stay on side as J&M, they do. Styles with it. He gets tripped up. No penalty, clean play. They'll come back with it. Gets in front. Can't get a chance out in the slot. Good defense here. And another takeaway. Pryle taking this back. We've got some numbers with them. Pryle using his speed. Just lightly gets off of the pads of Coate. And now taken back on the outside. Near the point. No strike. Again, Capper has been chasing the puck as it bounces off of the padding of Coate. They have just been getting men to the puck each and every possession. Quickly. Someone's got to be on the puck. That's the message. They're doing that so far. Here in the circle. Just goes a bit too far wide to touch the net. Now Pryle with it. He's got some room. Taking a shot. No tip in. So Coate gets to stay there again. Trying to feed this here. Capper looking to clear. They've got the lead, but J&M has really just controlled possession of the puck, as that's a big-time clear. But that'll be an icing. Trying to get some quick swaps out before the icing call. This puck got thrown overhand all the way down. .102 left in period number 1. We head just under the minute mark here in the first period. Thank you so much for tuning in to Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Here for this matchup of the JPL, we've got plenty more coming your way over the next month and change. Goes into August as well for the finals and championships and everything in both the club and pro division. Capper trying to get another goal here. They got to get back on side, though. J&M will try to chase this puck down. Capper holding on. Taking it everywhere here between a lot of defenders. Bounced off the boards. And now trying to work this himself. Chance in the corner. Fed back in, and Coates ready for it. Another chance. Saved again by Coate. Getting rid of this puck now. 15 seconds left. Just outside the circle, there's a strike. Can't get the tip in. Cleared away. And it gets out. And now maybe has a chance. No, he can't get that. 5 seconds remain. 2 seconds. Got to get a quick shot off if you want a chance, and that'll expire the first period of action. 2-1 is your lead. Capper on top of this matchup between these two squads in the club division. We'll be right back in just a few moments for the second period. And we're back here for this matchup between the John Matthew Gaudreau Foundation and Capper Hockey Services. 2-1 is your score. Capper on top. I'm saying that intentionally. See, Capper will win the faceoff here, but he gets poked all the way down toward the defensive zone of J&M. They'll take it back themselves, trying to slow things down in their defensive zone. And you would think, when you think about, just can't get that in front of him. Pass had a bit too much mustard, elbow grease, hot sauce, the whole 9 yards. Just too far in front of Jake Russelenko. Coming out of the University of Colorado. The Buffs. I know, it's interesting, Colton. I love Colorado. I've been there a couple times. Actually, I've been to the University of Colorado at Boulder. Very beautiful campus. Haven't seen the football stadium yet. That's for next year. Boris lifting this puck and couldn't get that handed down, but it stays in the defensive zone. Pass bouncing off the boards again. Pryal gets that taken away. Rogier with it. Pass sent in, crossing into the blue line. He's got Boris with his left, but he got a lot of defenders here, so he'll just take it around the net. Back at the point now for Rogier. Rogier winding in. Here's a slapper, and he scores! Bounces off the netminder! Sometimes all you need is a good strike. You'll get a goal, Dylan Boris. Able to feed that into the net. 13:56 is the time of that goal, and we'll take a look at it. 3-1 is your score, and it's a big chance. Keeping this puck alive, keeping the play alive, just holding on to it. Got the slapper, just bounced off. Sometimes you can get in front of the net, but ricochet is a tough thing to deal with at times in the game of hockey. It's the one thing that you can't account for. You can be a great player, but ricochet is always going to be there. Now a chance, maybe 2-on-3, winding in, going between, and can't get that through. A big-time save. Couldn't stop. Couldn't keep going on the break there. And now J&M will have to rebound. They're down 2 goals here. So we're looking to keep the trend of one-goal games here in the JPL, keep you watching some exciting hockey as we've seen so far. Here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. They'll work. A stick is gone. A stick is now picked back up. That shot's just too wide of the cage. Trying to go top right corner on there. They almost had a breakaway chance. Like that puck gets lifted and nobody there to collect the souvenir, I fear. So that puck may just be a lost one. Maybe I'll go pick it up later. On the way out, I'll get a quick souvenir. I'll go see. I'll keep an eye and see if anybody collects that puck. If not, I will be taking one home tonight. Maybe I'll have to ask Router if he can sign it. Get an autograph for the commish there, you know. J&M holding on to it. Maybe I'll have Colton sign it. That'd be great. Salisbury trying to feed. Facing some tough defensive pressure. Bounce pass off the boards. Taken to the top. Good move to get past that defender. Can he get past a second? Got to pass it away here, and he does, but it's in front of Salisbury. And that gets cleared into the neutral zone. Gregory looking. Has a chance. There's a strike, and Coate with another save. George Coate. He's been a star tonight. Only one on the board. That was early in the game as well. Now here's Salisbury. Gregory able to make some defensive work along with Crooks. McKellar takes a body. Still finds a way to get this puck in there. And now maybe. Past the blue line now. Two bodies on that puck for J&M. Now some space here. And here's a shot. Coate gets on top of it. Good defense as well. And Coate finding a way. Coming out of Del Barton, the Madison native. Good program over at Del Barton. Get a face off to the right of their product here. That ricochets off of the glass here, and Coate will just secure the puck. Coate wants another face-off. The JPL, a great way for these guys to stay fresh, as well as get some good experience against some tough opponents. I mean, for Capper, a lot of guys coming out of high school playing in this club league. Chance sent in wide with 11:25, back behind the net. Looking for somewhere to go, gets past the defenseman. Crossing in, looking for Adamski. Right in front, there's a chance, and that's just too high and wide. This puck dribbles its way back into the neutral zone again, so they'll have to reset if you're Capper, and they are offside. Just a bit too quick. Just not seeing their teammate there. Again, both teams coming in undefeated, 1-0. That'll obviously change tonight. Whether Capper hangs on to this lead or if J&M can start a starch comeback. Lofted. No one there to collect, but they'll just try to work something over here. This puck gets handled on the far side. Creating off the boardings. Kicked over. And now J&M looking to set things up here. Staying on side. Here's some space, and there's a shot, and good defensive work yet again. Trying to spin around again. Couldn't get that through, but still in possession of J&M. Tough shot from the top. Coate in front of it again, trying to stick it away. Defenders there for it, and George Coate has done it again. He's been in front of puck after puck. This pass goes awry. Miscommunication with Boris. Capper able to clean things up, though, for now. Taken back. There's a shot, and what a shot! Found the space, and he scores. Jag Rosselenko. Fourth of the season for J&M. And that makes this a hockey game yet again here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. What a strike. Again, just found the space. It's a spot that Coate has not let up a lot in this game. Hasn't given that left shoulder space to breathe. But you kind of see it there. He let it up just a bit. Gave that shot enough space to work, and it's a great shot. for him. So they finally break the armor of Coat. And we'll see what that ends up doing for this squad. And that just ricochets in! That finds a way to get in. Not sure if that was tipped at the end, but it just careened off of the post and bounced right in. And that's one you want to have back for sure, but that makes it 4-2 here in this one. I got to see if this was tipped back in or if this is just a miss on the save. Couldn't exactly tell. Yeah, that just went right on in. So Carter just misreads that puck. That makes it a 4-2 hockey game here with 9:27 left to go. J&M's got to make this back up, and they got a chance to do so right here, but Coat in front of it. And some starch defensive chances there. It's a tough break for J&M. Sat at the point with Capper. Drifts into the neutral zone, so they'll have to reset. Looking for Rougere. He's got him. Puck tapped over. And now a chance. He's got a pass, but he'll take the shot, and it's wide. Just missing that net was Nakanovic. At the point now. As Gregory will just try to get this puck down low, and he does. J&M trying to set up a play. Fed back up, just can't even get in front of that chance. No one there to finish the job. Back up high off the padding of Coat. Another slapper, and Coat will poke it away. It bounces off the glass, so stays in play. Almost had a second souvenir. Taken in the circle. Back around for Rougere. Spins past his defender. Rougere with a pass to his left. Miscommunication on the substitution. That could be a too many men. That's what J&M was trying to get there. But are we calling too many men in the JPL? I don't know. Unless if it's obvious. We'll see. Didn't get the call there, and a good glove save. Just to keep that up. That must be a good confidence boost to get a glove save there. After letting that one in. For Carter, he's made some great saves in this game as well. It's always interesting to see how a netminder responds when they make certain mistakes. So far, Carter's been just fine. Taken back in the Devil logo. Adamski has some numbers with him. Taken on the backhand chance, and another save by Carter. Poked down behind the net. Puck lofted. Players falling down. Capper back up. Again, got to get back on side here. It's been something Capper has had a couple issues with so far in the second period. Taken back for Capper. Just trying to find the attacker Pryle down low. Just able to get rid of this puck, but J&M may have something to set up here just too far for him. And now here in the neutral zone. Too far out in front of Pryle. Salisbury trying to collect this for Capper. Falling down, able to get this puck away. Good stick play here. J&M, again, in big need of some offense. That chance just goes too wide. Looks like it was poked. Cross with a good move. Getting back on. Cross looking in. Winding around the cage. Sending this over just too far. Pryle cannot handle that one. And now Capper almost had an opportunity on a breakaway. Could have been a 2-on-nobody. J&M defender just got enough of that stick on there, though. And now here's Salisbury holding on. Both teams looking to find some more offense. And that's offside by a country mile. 5:42 left in period number 2. Unfortunately, just one game tonight for us here from the JPL and Breakout Sports Broadcasting. No doubleheader. This game started around 9 o'clock for everybody. We got future games. We got some games that go a bit late. Times can vary, though, in the JPL. It's been a blast so far. Be alongside everybody here at Breakout Sports Broadcasting and everyone with the JPL. It's a great event that's become this annual summer fantastic opportunity for everybody. Players, fans, parents, families, broadcasters, everybody. We got some great puck here and a great finish. Looking to show up potentially here. CHS, though, looking for a chance to take a crucial 3-goal lead. Good body to stop that opportunity from occurring. But now some space here. Can't get that cleanly, though, for Rougier. Trying to go 5-hole. Capper keeping this in. Nowhere to feed, though. Callahan. 2-on-1 opportunity here for J&M. Callahan takes it himself, and Coates able to squeeze it. The clock is still running, by the way. Now it's stopped. Just lost a phantom 5 seconds. I think I'm the only one that noticed, except for the clock operator, obviously. We play on. Lofted up. Just trying to hand it to himself here for Capper. Boris. A traffic jam here. Gets cleared up quickly, unlike my drive to work this morning. And that's gloved by Cote. Here with 4:09, 28-17 is your shot total here. Favor of the team down by 2. That being J&M, obviously. This puck goes into the bench of J&M. No souvenirs here. They throw it right back. The J&M, they took down a very good HGH team, the 2024 College Hockey Buzz team, in their first JPL game. They looked great in that matchup. Down 2 right now, though, trying to find their offense again. They won that game 6-4. This puck's covered up by Carter. No, maybe a later game. Some of those games are a bit earlier. Although that game was an 8:45 matchup. So they are used to playing at this time. Taking back J&M. Handing this one down. A spike, a volleyball spike. Will it turn into offense, though? We'll see. Boris. Bounces this off. Chance here, circle. That just gets sent wide. And now Salisbury. Taken back behind the net. Again, Capper trying to take some control here. Sent that pass behind him, but the wrong team. Sent up high slot, now towards a circle. Chance back in again, and Coates out in front of it. Net dislodged, and George Cote, another save. Only 2 goals allowed by him. Only allowed 3 goals in his last game of action against a good Mr. Lemon Stick Wax team. It's one of my favorite parts about JPL is being able to say Mr. Lemon Stick Wax. Nothing better. 3:09 left to go in the second period. Now out in front, and Coach just ready for it. He has been composed no matter the situation, and another save for him. Back behind. Rebound opportunity. Carter able to react and get on top of it. So 29-18 is your shot total. That puts Mr. Cote at 27 saves on the day. So a 27 save night in a 4-2 game. He's looked phenomenal. Fantastic, if you will. Under 3 minutes left to go in the second period, and that gets checked out. I don't know where that went. so I won't be able to collect it. I think no, one of our photographers actually has it. Never mind. She's got it. So no souvenirs for us, I fear. I still remember that puck in the first period. Don't you worry. Corner. Worked in. Taking it to the top for Rigier. Rigier just keeps us on the blue line. Winding on in. He's made a million moves and can't get a pass off, though. Would have been a great chance. And now this could be one on netminder. Here's a strike and Coat with the glove. Are you kidding me? Bit of flair at the end, too, Mr. Coat. Yeah, I want to see that. Cole's asked me if I want to see it. Do I want to see George Coat save pucks again? Absolutely. Maybe we'll miss a bit of game action here. Let's see what happens here. Well, I got to see George Coat get this puck with the glove. Great times. Back in the corner now, though. Here for J&M. Trying to get past Mr. Coat. Geiderman. Just outside of the circle now. Bounces off. Can't get the tip in. Just over 2 minutes left to go now, and that just goes through the stick here of Jones. Jones corrals it. And he'll send this down, just trying to create a breakaway chance again. Coat trying to do his best Marty Brodeur impression and gets the stick out and gets out of the cage. Handles it. Now trying to work. Here's Cross. He'll cross that over. And another save by Coat as he pokes the net out. It gets dislodged. I think J&M is trying to do what they can and say that might have been intentional. But it was not, as far as I can tell. If it is intentional, which they're not going to call that, but obviously if it was, in any situation, that would be a penalty shot. I'd be pretty confident in Coat on saving a penalty shot, though, if you ask me. Just gets striked out wide. Geiderman, that goes off of the post as well. The netminder's best friend. Capper trying to clear it, help out their star netminder here today. Using some speed here. Gets out in front of it. What a move. What a chance. And a good save by Carter. Phenomenal speed. Isaac Sue. Almost. I mean, just what a way to win the race. That'll get you a couple of rounds of applause in the film room. Coat was out of position, but good defense. Styles comes back on for J&M. Trying to find the hole in the defense here. Just too far. Under a minute left to go now in the second period. Held back behind the net. No rebound chances. Puck just sits on the back of the net. Now working is J&M. Trying to find somewhere to go. Looking for a breakout player. Here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Styles winding through. Can't go 5-0 on Smith. Back crossing the point now. Just outside the circle. Looking in. Doesn't have a pass. Maybe he does. Just goes off a body and wide. 32 seconds. Chance sent in and poked out. Styles. Still with Capper, though. Behind the cage. Looking for maybe. Spins back around. 18 seconds left. Looking back in. Trying to send this over, and Carter is able to get the glove right on top of it. As Andrew Sean zooms in. 14 seconds. Left in period number 2. Face-off will go to the right of the netminder here. 33-20 is your shot total. Taken back by J&M. J&M looking for a chance to make this potentially a 1-goal deficit heading into the third period. Defender falls down. Doesn't matter. He gets right back up. Looking for somewhere to go. Taken back by Capper. They'll sit on the puck, and that'll be the second period of play. 4-2 is your score. One of those goals just corrading in off of a chance sent in. But fairly low-scoring game here in this club division piece of action. We'll see what the third period has in store for us here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back in just about a minute. Welcome back to Breakout Sports Broadcasting. I am back-to-back rock, paper, scissors champion John McCooch here, alongside no one here for this adventure between the JMGF Gaudreau Foundation and Capper Hockey Services. We're back here. For context, I beat Andrew and Colton in rock, paper, scissors just now in that minute. See, what I do is I tell everyone that I do as the puck drop comes in, because this story doesn't matter that much. You get the puck drop out the way first. Goes back with Pry. I'll take it back to the defensive zone. But I tell everyone that I'm a rock-only guy, and then when I actually play, I throw a little paper. Worked out. So if anybody wants to, duel in rock, paper, scissors, I got you. Let's do it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in this game as well. 4-2 is your score. Capper Hockey Services leading this one, trying to stay undefeated against the John Matthew Gaudreau Foundation. J&M looking in. Here's Gregory with a chance, and Coat back with it again. That's been the story so far. George Coat goes off of him again. I mean, I covered the JPL last year, and we did not really see superstar netminders. I mean, we saw Jason Kai here last night as well. Coat back in front of it again. Coat comes out, trips a man. I think he just tripped a man. The hand is up. And that it may be. So J&M will take it back, actually. Hand is up on the other end. J&M taking it back in their defensive zone. So the net is empty. It hasn't been touched by a Capper player, so you got an extra man out there going against Coat, and that will lead to it. So we will get a penalty shot here against George Coat. So we'll see who takes the shot. Setting up a penalty shot here. Trying to get this is a big chance here. We'll bring it back to a one-goal deficit if they do score. Here comes Cross. Taking it in. George Coat, a big test for him here. And he makes the save again. Just bounced off of what might have been the crossbar or the post. George Coat. Not enough can be said about what he's done today. Still plenty of time left, though. 13:33 if you like threes. Left in period number 3. But that could have been goal number 3 for J&M. And there's 3 of us on the crew today. Now J&M trying to work this back just outside the circle, outside to the other circle now. Fed into the slot. There's a shot, and it's saved again by Coates. Coat has been jacketing every shot tonight. Another chance. No, too far. Here on the near side now. J&M will have to replay. Already 2 minutes expired here in this third period. Capper looking, trying to work quick here. They'll try to work something. Get a forecheck going. Nakanovic. Can't find anywhere to go there. J&M's got to work. J&M stuck in their own defensive zone. And Capper, a good way to stay alive and try to make something happen with the puck there, but this could lead to an opportunity. High slot, there's a shot. Coat back on it again. 40 shots on goal for J&M. And usually in a game like this, in the JPL, that's a 10-goal game for George Coat. Just 2 for his opponent so far. This is fantastic. Would match the second lowest goals allowed in a game this season in the club division. First game of the year, Breakout Sports Broadcasting only scored 2 goals in their debut in the club division. Coat trying to repeat that here today against J&M. Now, what's interesting is the team that scored 7 and beat Breakout Sports Broadcasting by 5 there is the team that Capper beat, Mr. Lemon Stickwax. Under 12 minutes to go now. Near the top. McKellar. Just too far for him. Trying to find somewhere to go with this puck. McKellar, that gets offside. So everyone's got to go back. Pryle trying to take this back himself. He's got a man to his right. Can he get the pass off? Yes, he can. Can Coates stop it? Yes, he can. Coates again. Circle, shot off of Carter, who's also been great in his own right. If you're Capper Hockey Services, never forget to leave without your coat. This is impressive. Crossing in, trying to keep this in the offensive zone. They do. There's a chance at a strike too high and wide. Williams keeping this alive here, but now back with J&M. Trial. Fed back. If you're going to get a stick on it, Capper defended that well. There was almost a chance in front. I mean, it's not a lack of opportunity if you're the John Matthew Gaudreau Foundation here. You have just faced a brick wall. Now right out in front, one on netminder. Great save by Carter. Carter says, I can do that too, Coat. Now in front again. He does it again. Big time save from Carter. A big response. He hasn't had to face as many shots as his opponent, but he's made some big saves. Stiles looking in. Another save off the shoulder. Capper trying to look their way. Can't hold on. Now they've got some numbers going back in the offensive zone. Could cut the lead to 1 here. And Capper back on it again. Fed a bit far in front. Tripped up. We'll get another penalty. So penalty shot coming up. So can Coates stop another one? In the Pro Division game the other night I was here for, in both games, we didn't see one penalty shot. We've seen 2 so far in this club game. Look to reset this here as we figure out the penalty shot. It's something you don't see a ton in the NHL unless if you go to past overtime. You don't see a lot in regulation. But we're seeing it here in the JPL. It's always exciting. Can Coat make another stop? Dribbling his way in, trying to find some space, looking forward, looking in, and he gets that through! A big goal to cut the lead to 1. Just keeping it slow, finding a way, and good work. Fancy skills. Coat could only stop so much. Has faced a ton of shots today. A great way to stop a netminder who's in a flow. Go slow. Take your time. Forehand back in and get it done. It's great work. We'll see if that's a spark for J&M here as they look to tie things up with 9:34. Fed back in front of Coat. Coates able to make that stop again, though, here with 9:30. Bouncing off the boards. Gregory feeds this over. J&M looking for a comeback. They were down 4-2. The penalty shot allows them to get to 4-3 and stuff back in. They've tied the game. That's how you do it. We've got a tie hockey game here tonight. 4-4 with 9:13 left to go in the third period. Shot differential is 20, but we've got a tie hockey game. Let's see it. Sometimes all it takes is one, and the floodgates can open, and that's just a chance in front. Stuff back in. You find your netminder in the right position, your opposing netminder in the right position to score. It's exactly what they did. So Capper's been held scoreless for a while, and that might change here, and we'll get another penalty. So the first penalty shot that Matthew Carter will have to face today is coming up. We have some fun here. Neganovich imitating the tripping call. It's always good. So just when J&M comes back and scores 2 to tie this up, a penalty shot comes up for their opposition. And Isaac Sue who had a big chance before, looking for redemption here, playing towards the right, lose the puck for a bit, and Carter gets the stop. So stays 4-4 with 9:06 left in the third. If this does end up getting to overtime, you'll get more of that. A shootout will ensue, so no free regular puck, just a shootout. I believe that was how it worked last year as well. Changed for the playoffs. And now looking in, trying to make sure there is an overtime, but that just went too much off of the skates. Right in front, and Coat with the snag! Just webbing that puck. Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man. My goodness! That glove, it's getting sticky. 8:38 left to go. Tied up. What a play for Coates. Can he do it again? Try it. He thought about the Michigan. I detected the Michigan. Didn't happen, though. Fed into Coat, and Coat will just swaddle the puck there with 8:30. Face-off will go to his right. Oh, spinorama in the face-off circle. Is that allowed? Well, I guess it is. Play continues. Fed back in, kicked off, and now you've got someone going down. Maybe looking for an opportunity. Maybe can't get in front. Good defensive work. Trying to feed this back in. Out of the circle. Getting stick taps on that defensive recovery. Looking in. Gets past the defender. Chance high slot. No. Passes that off to his left. Looking behind. Trying to feed this out in front. You got a lot of attackers, and the net gets dislodged. With 8:05. So a call for a face-off here. Maybe gets rid of this one. And J&M trying to find a way to keep things in their favor. Strike sent in and can't squeeze it, but he does save it. And now J&M countering. Cross. Flying through. Cross. Weaves around. And a good poke. Held in the neutral zone. Now maybe he takes it back. Towards the point. Fed on in. That's wide. No attacker there for it. Roger. He's got it now. Take it away. Another steal for him. Now taken back. Trying to make that pass. Good chance. High shove. He scores! Taking the lead. Getting past Coat, who's been phenomenal. But when you've got a break chance like that, it is tough to stop. Speedy opportunity. Taking advantage of that. What a moment for them. So a team down 4-2. 3 unanswered goals. Beautiful pass behind himself. That is disgusting. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's nasty. Great pass. Capper looking to respond. Can't get this through. And something tells me we're not done with the offense tonight. Capper looking to respond after giving up 3 unanswered as Smith takes this back his way. I'll say it. Colton just said the final score is going to be 6-5. Will he be right? I don't have the odds for you. Don't you worry. Crossing it to the point. Past the line. And again, J&M now tightening up defensively as they hold on to the lead now. It was something they weren't able to do at all in most of this game. They've been down for pretty much all game. Now they've got a lead. For CHS, they've been great. But they have, again, been held scoreless for a while. All of this third period so far. And George Coate gives up a couple goals, has to take a chance on a penalty. Nakanovic winding through. Taking this back to the top. Just not enough sauce on that for maybe. J&M finding a way to weave on in, slithering in, and can't get that one just wide. Coates in front of it. Turned over for Stiles. Stiles, things are getting hairy for Capper. Trying to feed this in front, can't get that tip in. Spin. Chance, shot, gloved by Coates. So now you take a look at the shot total. It makes a lot more sense now. 45-25 is your shot advantage. It's tough to deal with. The concept is eventually you'll get past the netminder, and J&M just got that one goal off the penalty, and now another wind and weave, and Coate in front of it again. So 46 shots now as J&M approach the half-century mark in terms of shots. Good positioning for that face-off, at least the puck did. But if you're Capper, you have to find a way to get another counter. It's something that worked for them in this game before. Just using that speed that they've had, but obviously, again, they're a younger squad. Those younger teams can tend to wear down a bit as you get into that third period of action. Your speed isn't as there. If you're Capper, you can find a way to just get another burst. You've got just over 4.5 minutes left to go. Who's got that extra gear? We'll see it tonight. McKellar. Rogier trying to get this back in. Staying on side is Capper. 4:30 left to go. Looking for a feed. Can't get that puck away. Taking a tough body. They've got the head up as well. Netminder coming out. They'll get an extra man, so a penalty shot coming up here. Poked over, maybe. Another chance poked out and taken back, and that'll be the penalty shot. So now Capper gets a huge opportunity. A fantastic opportunity to tie this hockey game back up, and Colton's 6-5 prediction is potentially looking a lot better. So 5-4 is your score. J&M leads this one 5-4, obviously. Capper down by 1. The J&M squad does not agree with the call. Having some fun banter with the official. So we'll see this chance. Isaac Sue. We'll see what he can do. Going that same side again. Trying to work in on Carter. And just off the inside post. That's about as close as you can get. It almost looked like a goal live, but just couldn't find a way to get it in off the inside. And that can be a heart crusher. Prime opportunity. And the laws of gravity are the only thing holding you back here. J&M chance, that's wide. Capper will have to clear or set something up here. Maybe taking it himself. Looking for some space here. Maybe back out. Trying to hold on to this puck, looking for someone with a chance, maybe near the point. Held behind the net and just looking for a man out in front. McCullough playing back here. Just taking one hand with a stick, trying to feed this collision. That's offside. And now the discussion, if you're Capper, at some point the netminder's got to come out of the cage. Not yet, though. There's still 3:25 left to go. My philosophy's always been around 2:30. You got to do it. You got to start putting the plans in motion. Start putting the actions in motion. Say at 2:30, if you clear the puck, you get it down there, take him out. But we'll see what the philosophy is here. Gregory crossing. Good move, good chance, but just away. 3 minutes now on the dot. near the Devil logo, crossing the blue line. Almost a good move from Boris, who's got a goal today. Smith trying to jostle for this puck. Now in front, Boris loses it. Almost got a shot off. This one's lofted. Goes off of the official. Off of the official, so they'll have to reset, and now it's 2:30. And we'll see what the philosophy is. Or maybe you might not need it, though. Backhanded chance. Can't stuff that through. And they score! They feed it in front of the net and they score! Tie hockey game! Run it. Williams able to stuff this in on the chance. I had an eye on the netminder at first. Just jostling, scrum for it. Got to get it to someone, and a great pass behind him. Beautiful. So we've got a tie hockey game with 2:19. Smith taking it on the faceoff. Nekonovich, Williams. Capper taking this themselves. Shots it in, almost on the rebound. It went off the pad of Carter. Just around 2 minutes left to go. Capper, big clear. Could be an icing here. And it is. 1:56 left in the third. So what's appearing much more likely is a JPL shootout. Colin, have we had a JPL shootout this season yet?
We might have had, we had one earlier. We had one in the first week.
I don't know if you heard it, but there's been one shootout so far. Andrew, you're doing great. Face off one. Capper. Again, they'll look for a chance. Just staying persistent. It's what they were early in that first period. They were just attacking. Persistency, being annoying, being a pest. It's how you take down a physical team like the John Matthew Gaudreau Foundation squad. We'll see if J&M's got a response, though. Just at the point. Shots in it and glove by Coates. He's got some solid reaction times, to say the least. 1:25. Again, this has been Breakout Sports Broadcast. You've got a great finish, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do it. It's a very simple click. So you get plenty more games like this and a lot of college hockey in the regular season. Let's see what they've got. 1:20 left to go. Here in the corner, he's got the full cage, and he sends this up, gets the stick down, maybe looking too far. The offside. 1:08. And we'll see who gets a chance. Who might be able to find a way? Good way to stick it away. Break that up. If they score, that's the play of the game. There's a chance at a big glove save. Carter. The product from High Point catches that at the midpoint, and a big save with 54 seconds. And we have not hit a low point at all this game. This has been a lot of action. McKellar gets that taken away from him, and they might have a breakaway. You almost went that too far for Callahan, but still a chance, an opportunity. No, taken back by Capper. Doesn't see the defender behind him. That's taken away, just outside the circle, looking in, spinning around. That's broken up. Do they have the speed? Maybe. Here's maybe. Looking, circle, chance, off the face mask. 24 seconds left. J&M going far side now. That puck's taken away. Right in his lap now. Bouncing off, trying to keep this in. 10 seconds left. Looking over. Capper. 5 seconds left. You've got to just send it. Now taken back. 1 second, not enough time. Shootout. Inbound. We will have a shootout here in this 5-5 hockey game in the JPL. What a time. Nothing better. If you've stuck around, you made a good decision tonight. We'll be right back as we'll shoot out in just a couple of moments. We're back for the shootout here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Best of 3, just like the NHL. Nakanovic takes it at the Devil logo, spins the stick. He's got some flair. Does he have the finish? Winding in, weaving, he does not. Stopped by Carter. So then he keeps spinning the stick. He's not afraid to show it off. Couldn't get the job done on the finish, though, so that makes it 0 on the board for J&M. For Camper, excuse me. J&M taking now back with Callahan. Callahan, he's got speed this time. Nothing slow about it. Top shelf, he scores! So 1-0 in favor of J&M. A crucial point here. Camper. You'd like to have this one because then a goal would win it for J&M. Saying you've got to get back. You've got to get back, guys. Now maybe. Winding in. Needing this one is Camper, and they got it. So now 1-1. So you've got a miss, a make, and a make. Gregory with an opportunity. If J&M keeps scoring, they win. If Coate can get a stop, we may have some extra time. Gregory. Here comes Gregory slithering in. Winding, and Coates got the stop. Knotted up at 1 apiece. Because, of course, this would be knotted up. And a big chance here. Here comes Sue. Sue's taken a few of these already. He's comfortable with it. Here comes Sue, and he's got it in! Sue with the dive. That's Ovi. Alex Ovechkin with the shootout goal. This is for it. This could be the end of it all. An opportunity. Will Coate come in clutch for Capper, or will we continue? Chance, winding. With the glove save! Are you serious? George Coates wins it for Capper. He took his time. He really did take his time. But Coate stays in position, slides on over, and just snags it with the glove. A web gem. A great way to get it done. 5-5 is your final with a shootout win for Capper. What an outstanding hockey game. It's been a pleasure to be a part of it. Colton Reynolds, Andrew Sean. I've been John McCooch here for Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Capper extends their season record to 2-0. J&M falls to 1-1. Thank you for taking the time out of your night to watch this one. It's always a pleasure. We've got plenty more JPL action coming your way throughout next week and throughout the summer. So make sure to subscribe and everything to Breakout Sports Broadcasting. This has been us. 5-5. Shootout win is your final here for Capper. We will see you another time.